It's Angel Vane, and this is episode 1 of my author's diary. And that's the echo. Wasn't expecting there to be an echo, but I do have tall ceilings in my house. So this is episode 1 of my author's diary. And I must say that I just got off the phone with my editor. We were just doing an update call. And she happened to mention that, she had found a problem, more of a continuity issue with one of my main plot points and clues in my upcoming book that's going to be released this summer called The Accidental Hero. So then she says, wait a minute, we'll just talk about that later after I get through the rest of the manuscript. And I'm like, the anticipation of trying to figure out what could she have found, what was it that I missed, was about to drive me insane. So I'm like, no, let's go ahead and talk about it now. So then we proceed to go ahead and talk about it. And she's one of the types of people where she's very nurturing and caring, and she wants to make sure that everything is okay, and that when she gives me a comment that I will handle it okay, and that I won't get too upset about anything, and that everything is an easy fix. It's all an easy fix. So she goes on to, start to walk me through all of these different things that happen in my novel. And I'm listening. I'm like, where is the problem? I'm listening for the problem. I'm the type of person where I'm like, tell me the problem first, and then walk me through how you found it. Don't have me waiting and listening, waiting to get to what the hell did you find that was wrong. So anyway, so we finally get to the point where she found the continuity issue with one of my main clues that's in the story. And of course, like, I'm fuming, like the anger is starting to boil up within me, right? And so then she says, but it's gonna be an easy fix, and here's how we can fix it. And then she started rattling off all these points. Now by that time, I have just completely shut down. And I'm like, I heard the dreaded easy fix. And I'm like, why? Why would you need to say that it's an easy fix as if I'm going to get upset about this, right? Which I was getting upset about this. And so then she started droning on about how it could be fixed. And then this person can say that, and that person can say this. And then you can put this here and put that there and put this there and put that there. And I'm thinking to myself, why aren't you giving me a chance to fix it? I wanted a chance to try to figure out how I would fix it before you just run through how it could all be fixed in my story. And so she's like, and so by the time we got to the end of the conversation, I'm just pissed, right? I'm just so mad. And then I got off the phone with her and I took a deep breath and I said, you know what? Go take a shower because you need to chillax. So go take you a shower, let the steam of the shower really soothe you and calm you down. And as I was in the shower and thinking about it some more, I actually calmed myself down and I realized that I don't have time to try to figure out how to fix it myself. With the book is supposed to be coming out this summer, and this summer is like a month away. So I need to try to take her advice so that I can go ahead and get this thing fixed. And just so you understand why that was such a big deal to me, I have spent so much time with this novel, The Accidental Hero. It was a story that I was originally supposed to co-write with one of the other Bonsai Moon Books authors, Rachel Woods, who I co-wrote 2 books with in the Murder in Paradise series, The Silent Enemy and The Unworthy Wife. And so we were working on co-writing this particular novel, and as we were trying to outline it and plot it out, we just kept butting heads. And we couldn't, it was a slog fest, right? And finally we got to the point where some kind of way, and I don't even remember how this happened, we decided that we weren't going to co-write it and that I would just take the story and make it my own and just run with it that way. So the iterations of this has been going on since 2017. Okay, 2017. So I had to go through and I worked through, and I didn't really keep a lot of the original things that she and I had plotted out. So we ended up, morphing and changing into my own story. Then I started writing it. Then the developmental editor beat it up to death. And so I'm on revision number 1233. So when my content editor calls me, it's like, oh, we have a continuity issue, but it's an easy fix. Yeah, that didn't sit well with me. But I knew I had to relax and calm down and recognize that she really is here to help me and help my story be the best, and that the clock is ticking. Like, I don't have time to spend more weeks and months trying to figure out myself how I would fix this issue if she has found a way to fix it very quickly. And that's what an editor is supposed to do, be able to see things that you can't see in your own story, right? So all in all, I have learned that accept the feedback and don't be a bitch when it's given to you. And that concludes the end of this episode 1 of my author's diary. If you want to keep up with me and my stories and all the ups and downs that I go through as I am trying to write and publish new books, click the subscribe button so that you won't miss when I'm doing a video. And I will see you next time. Tennessee Williams, Streetcar Named Desire. This was a Broadway show that I went to see when I was in New York City a few years ago. And I love Broadway shows, just to say that. And I will say that this particular one starred Blair Underwood, who is hotness incarnate. And I was just telling my friend the other day, I'm like, Blair Underwood probably won't start looking old until he's like 80, because that man is beautiful and he continues to be beautiful, and he looks the same way that he used to look when he was on One Life to Live in the 1980s. So, I mean, you know, he's like timeless and just gorgeous. So he was in the Broadway show playing the bad guy, and I can't remember what his name was. And then Nicole Ari Parker was in it, and it was fantastic. And I like to buy shirts when I go to the Broadway shows to remind myself of my experiences. So that is what this shirt represents. And that's the bonus content. And I hadn't even planned to give you bonus content. But if you're still watching, there it is. Bye.